Today marks 6 months since I lost my sweet son. Aidan Satoshi Brown was 3 years old. His favorite color was red, and he never wanted to be in the house. He loved juicy steak fat. Aidan started to crawl at 5 months. He started walking soon after at 8 months. Aidan began talking soon after he turned 1, and at 2 years old, my son can name every planet in the solar system and even their galaxies. Aidan loved to play the violin. He could name every piece of his instrument and asked to practice daily. In the mornings, Aidan loved to eat oatmeal and sneak up on his chair and steal Hershey Kisses. Every day for Aidan and I was a fun day, a day to get out and see what the world had in store for us. Aidan was my only child. I waited for Aidan for 31 years. The day I found out I was having a boy was the first time I felt like God had truly answered my prayers. Becoming a mother was not just a blessing, but a gift from God. I never felt 1 ounce of pain with Aidan when I was pregnant, not even when they cut him out. When Aidan came into this world, he didn't even cry. He quickly lifted his head and started to explore what was all around him. Aidan loved the water, and at 1 year old, he hiked up a mountain with me to see his first waterfall. Aidan Satoshi Brown was my son, a brilliant mind, a heart that could love endlessly and freely. One little boy in 3 years united millions of people for one cause, to help a desperate mother and to preserve a life that mattered. Aidan showed the world that when we worked together, anything was possible. Las Vegas is one of the entertainment capitals of the world. Millions of people from all over the world come to Las Vegas to vacation, to celebrate, and to eat at the most amazing restaurants. We currently have 166 casinos in Clark County, and every single one of them has stated that they are out of funding to help the children. In 2020, Las Vegas will be the home to the Las Vegas Raiders, and we will be building a state-of-the-art stadium to watch these amazing players play. The stadium will cost $1.9 billion and can seat up to 75,000 people. The Raiders have also stated that they are out of funding. In the state of Nevada, we have no state-of-the-art children's hospital. Our children and their families are being relocated all over the United States to receive treatment, to return home to no job and no home. Our U.S. government has nothing set up to help the families through these financial burdens of childhood cancer. Only $150 million a year is spent on childhood cancer research. And after 30 years, that's $4.5 billion and not even a glimpse of a cure in sight. Our hospitals are not set up to promote a family fighting together. Only one parent is permitted to stay over, leading to years of parents not being able to support each other emotionally. We have no emergency housing situations set up for families whose lives are quickly destroyed by a diagnosis. Families are not properly educated on the health and the nutrition in relation to their children having cancer. Even when they are not provided with the resources to make those changes to save their child's life. Each year, we lose 200,000 children to childhood cancer. This is an average of 548 children a day dying of cancer. We could fill this new Raider Stadium almost 3 times with children, and by the end of the year, every child in that stadium will be dead. Childhood cancer is not rare. It is an epidemic sweeping through our country. An average high school holds 1,200 students. Childhood cancer is wiping out 166 high schools a year. Yet we still call this rare. It's time for change, and the change is now. God created women to be the strongest creatures on earth. We have the ability to bear children, nurture our families, and silently lead our husbands. Women can endure pain beyond imagination and still get up every day and smile for her children, for our families, and for the people we lead around us. Society has confused the role of a woman, and I'm personally taking a stand to regain control of what is mine and what God has called us all to do as women. We are not just women. We are mothers, grandmothers, sisters, aunts, nieces, wives, and daughters. Women were the first gift God gave to men because He knew only a woman could support the strength of a man. Our schools are no longer safe for our children. God has been taken out of everything we do publicly, yet we wonder why there is so much anger and so much hate all around us. Our churches are no longer safe to worship. Playing outside is now a dangerous activity. People will watch others suffer and do nothing to help. It is now normal to see racism and hate in every direction we look. We no longer work together to succeed. We now compete and consider it a survival of the fittest. When Aidan needed help, the world stepped up. Every mother, every sister, and every woman all over the world stopped what they were doing to love my son. Every human being in this world started with a mother. The choices that mother makes defines the life of her children. So when did we as women stop taking this job for granted? When did we start taking this job for granted? This is a call to action to every woman around the world. We are taking back our roles that God intended us to have. We have the right to know every medical decision being made for our children, and we have the right to choose what goes into their bodies, and we are making a commitment to ask about every ingredient in that medication. We as mothers are supporting the STAR Act, and will sign the petition to pass it through the U.S. Senate. We want a state-of-the-art children's hospital in every state, are an effective resource for housing when we have to be relocated at no choice of our own. We want a hospital advocate for every serious illness at diagnosis, not when they are deemed terminal. We want the right to make all medical decisions for our children without any information being withheld from us. As mothers, we are taking control of our homes and bringing God back into our lives and the lives of our children. As mothers, we will devote 1 day a week to eating home-cooked meals as a family at a dinner table with no cell phones or media of any kind. If the National Cancer Institute will not fund more than 4%, we as mothers will raise money ourselves and fund real research for our children. We as mothers will promise to encourage the women around us and uplift them with prayer rather than putting each other down and competing for meaningless material things. We as women will not teach nor allow our children to learn or practice hate. As a mother, I am making a commitment to talk to my children and know what they are doing at all times. As a mother, I am making a commitment to watch over all children and not just my own. As a mother, I will exude love and compassion to those who seem to want it the least. As a woman, I am taking back my social responsibility. By working together as women, we will begin to first change our homes, then our community, until we as women begin to change the world. God designed women with gifts beyond explanation. Every serial killer, every thief, every person on this earth, their first gift of life was their mother. God did this to show each child unconditional love and support, and to give them one person who would protect them with their life and open every door possible for them. We as women have to go back to making our family our priority. Our children are dying for love, compassion, and guidance. I challenge you all to join We Are Mom Strong movement, where women encourage and support women. A movement where no mother will fight alone. Being part of We Are Mom Strong is accepting your social responsibility in your area. If you know a family struggling, find a way to bring your community together and help them. If your state lacks resources, unite as a We Are Mom Strong unit and demand change. Follow the laws to change the laws. You cannot complain about the way our society has become if you are unwilling to stand up and stand for something. Until we do, our children will continue to die, our homes will continue to crumble, and soon our families will cease to exist. Today will mark 6 months since the loss of my sweet Aidan. But today will also mark the day women stood up and took back control of our children, our homes, and our future. I welcome all of you guys to the We Are Mom Strong movement.